Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a review of the Marvels Higher, Further, Faster. Let's get into it.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Till the End of the Line podcast. I'm your boy Juan G here with my boy
Kika T.
That's right. And as I said, we're going to be talking about the Marvels. This movie was marvelous, and pun intended. Dude, it was a lot better than
people made it seem like it was going to be a huge flop.
Yeah, which I really was disappointed in that. I thought they did an excellent job with this movie. But before we dive into the movie, I'm itching to get to it. But we have a bit of nerd news.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind, I'd like to take the reins on this one today.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sweet. All right. So we have some new things. We got Captain America's Brave New World. Turns out they're going to be testing the audiences with kind of like an MCU replacement style thing. So they're going to be testing with how like legacy heroes, so like how Cap passed the mantle to Sam Wilson, Hawkeye gave it to Kate Bishop.
Yep.
So they're going to be testing with how audiences receive that. So it's going to be interesting to see who else they throw in that mix.
Yeah.
Also, we have been reported that Spider-Man 4 will merge Sony with the MCU.
That's awesome.
That's exciting news because now we got Eddie Brock coming in with Venom, which is going to be the bad in Spider-Man 4, I believe.
I don't think it's confirmed, but it's speculated.
Well, we had that post-credit scene with Eddie Brock at the bar.
Right, but he went back to his main timeline.
Right, but a piece of the symbiote was still on the bar.
Right, so the symbiote's staying behind. So I think somebody else, or maybe Peter, might get the symbiote.
That's what it's looking like.
Or I think the best way to do it, if it's gonna merge everything, let whatever the villain is gonna be of number 4, let the second film, like let this number 4, the first one of this trilogy, let it finish and end with, he's like swinging through, and all of a sudden the symbiote hits him and then jumps on him, and he gets it. So like an end credit scene, or like the end of the movie where he's about to die and then he fuses with the symbiote.
So you don't want it to happen in the movie. You want it to be at the end of Spider-Man 4 that happens?
Yeah, well, like it could either be within the climax scene, whoever he's fighting, and then everything fuses, and then when he fuses with the new I'm sorry, what was I saying?
With the symbiote?
Yeah, well, he fuses with the symbiote, but either to help him beat the big bad at the end, or to keep him, because he beats the big bad, but he's going to die. So he's like really, really like...
So that is very similar to the Spider-Man 2 game. Craven stabs Peter, and Peter's about to bleed out, and then Harry has the symbiote, but he thinks it's a suit because Harry's dying, and then the suit goes to Peter to help heal him. And then Peter gets the symbiote from there. So it's very similar.
I see. I hadn't played
to that. I know you have it, which you're freaking me out right now. Because how you knew that, kind of blowing my mind.
Well, I just want a movie to be built. I mean, I have a lot of ideas. I nerd out all the time.
Shout out to Insomniacs and the team for doing Spider-Man 2. This game is freaking phenomenal. I played it. I beat the storyline. I'm still playing it. Fantastic. I mean, the story itself, dude, captivating. The writing was really good. You're playing both Spider-Man, but one doesn't take away from the other.
That's good.
It's a really, really, really well written story. And there's just so much in the game.
That's cool.
It's really good. So if you guys don't have it yet, go get it.
But back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
I just wanted to end with him getting the suit or the symbiote, and then the second installment of that trilogy, which would be
Spider-Man
5, right?
Yeah.
Would be Venom versus.
So you're just saying you don't want the whole movie to be about that?
Correct.
About the symbiote and all that.
I don't want them to take away from the universes merging.
Got it.
You know what I mean? I want
that to be the focal point.
Correct.
Got it.
Similar to how like Into the Spider-Verse happened and all that. Like I like the storyline. It's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want them to do too much in one movie.
Yeah.
And I'll take more Tom Holland any
I'm on
day of
board
the week.
with you.
You know what I mean?
I'm right there with you.
If that can get extended to more movies, I'll fucking take them.
Yeah.
And if they're gonna merge, does that mean Disney Plus shows? So that leaves room for stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe Sony can start getting some shows too coming in. Yeah. All right.
That's what my mindset is on that. I'm excited for the future.
Yeah. We shall see what they do with it. But I'm liking that theory so far. So let's switch gears and hit DC side of things.
Okay.
Found out that Superman Legacy cast the villain, and that's going to connect to the Authority movie.
Yes.
So excited to see that, because I'm not too familiar of the Authority.
Me neither.
So I'm excited. I'm really excited to see the stuff that James Gunn is going to cover, because I feel like he's going to cover a lot more than just your Justice League heroes stories. He's going to dive into like how the MCU is with Disney Plus, dive into the more street level teams and whatnot, and heroes and villains. And then some great news. Xolo Maridueña is confirmed to be the Blue Beetle of James Gunn's DCU. So he will be Xolo Maridueña, the one who played the actor who played Blue Beetle.
Oh, he plays Jaime. Yeah.
Yes, he is going to be Blue Beetle
for the future of the DC.
Yes, in James Gunn's DCU. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was just announced. It was a tweet. So all
right, Karate Kid.
Yeah. So it's legit because it was a tweet. And then we got also our last bit of nerd news. You got some Scott Pilgrim news. You want to talk to us about that?
We'll be covering a video of that, guys.
Coming soon. Yeah.
I love the video game. I used to play it on my Xbox. My Xbox One, like not one, like the original one.
The 360?
The big dumb one.
Okay.
Xbox.
Okay.
With the fat ass controller.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I played it on that, and then I got it again when I got my 360. Played it on there. It's like it follows the storyline of the movie. I never got to read the mangas as much as I'd like to.
Okay.
I had read a few of them, but not enough to know the full story behind.
I only ever found out about Scott Pilgrim through the movie, believe it or not. Okay. And I was a huge fan of the movie. Loved it. I thought it was done really well. I liked it because I was like, oh, dude, this is like a comic book come to life.
Yes.
Like on
That's
screen.
exactly what it is, yeah.
And I loved it so much to where like I even showed it to my father, who is not a fan of like that kind of movie at all.
Yeah.
He watched the movie at the end. He goes, that was actually a really good movie.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, like if you liked it, then that means they did a really good job.
That movie hits hard. And people did not realize how like they're like, what is this stupid movie? Like I had some when I had my bachelor pad back in the day, I had some friends over, and I made me and Victor are always making Scott Pilgrim references, especially when he first became a vegan. The third evil X is a vegan, vegan powers and shit.
The milk and eggs, bitch. Yeah. So it's such a good joke. Yeah.
Well, we make fucking jokes about it all the time.
Yeah.
So I had some friends over hanging out, and they're like. They're like, what is that? And I'm like, it's from Scott Pilgrim. They're like, what the fuck is Scott Pilgrim? Like, you guys never seen it? Popped the DVD in right then and there, and it became one of their favorite movies.
A total cult classic film. Yeah. So I'm happy that they're coming out with a animated series.
Yeah.
Like we said, we're gonna be covering that episode. So if you guys are into Scott Pilgrim, or if you're looking for something new, stick around for that. We're definitely going to be covering that very, very soon.
They're like 30, 40-minute episodes. They're just normal like anime episodes.
Oh, cool.
They're not long.
All right.
And I think there's 8 for the first season.
Sounds about right.
I'm on episode 3. It's pretty fucking cool.
Nice.
It's telling a different story. So if you guys are looking for it to be the same as what we've seen from the movie or from the other mangas, it's a different story.
Good.
It is a fresh story from my understanding.
The music in the movie hit hard, dude. It was such good music, too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that was nerd news for today. If you guys have any news that you guys have and you guys want us to let us know about, please hit up the comments or the DMs. We'd love hearing from you guys. Let's dive right in.
Yeah,
Captain Marvel style head first into the Marvels.
So what are your stone rating?
6 stones.
Really?
And I don't care what any of you guys say. I love this film. I love what it represented. I love the way they did it. It was okay. So to be fair, it was 5 stones, until that mid-credit scene.
Okay, fair.
Which we're going to get into that later. But before that, I was like, oh, this movie's solid 5. Mid-credits, blew my mind. Literally, brains were leaking out. And I was just like, 6 stones. Abso-freaking-lutely. Like that. And that's never happened to me before. Never has one scene changed my stones rating.
Okay.
Literally, that scene was a whole stone by itself.
Okay.
So, so that's my 6 stones, yeah.
So I'm at 4.5.
Blasphemy.
Look, I'm going to start not throwing away my stone ratings. I'm still being critical with them. All right. I've thrown away a lot of 5s that maybe might have not have deserved it. It could have been a 4.5. All right.
Okay.
6s, 5s and 6s, 5.5s are reserved for Avenger, Endgame, Infinity War, Multiverse of Madness. Things, not Multiverse of Madness. I'm sorry.
WandaVision?
No, what the hell is it? Fucking Spider-Man.
No Way Home?
No Way Home. Yeah. Multiverse of Madness was a 5. I give that a 5. I didn't give it a 6.
Here's my thing. I think you're overthinking it when it comes to stone ratings. Because I feel like you're super critical and you want to make those 5s and 6 stand out for what it is. Dude, it's whatever you like, whatever you felt about it. If after that first reaction, that first time watching it, if you feel it was a 5 stones, it's a 5 stones. Don't dive into it harder. Don't make it more like critical than it needs to be. That's why with me, this is 6, dude, because I absolutely love this film. Yeah. I thought it was done really well.
Okay. Well, I'm going to still stick to the 4.5.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'll
just judge you silently.
Those eyes are pretty judgy, bro. Look the other way. All right. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I love the movie. I think this was the best Disney Marvel movie created. It was a movie for the family. I got to see it twice. Saw it premiere night, and then I saw it with you. And
which was really cool. You saw it with your daughter, which is awesome.
Yeah, it was old tradition we used to do all the time.
So cool.
Now it's kind of hard sometimes, but when kids are home for the weekend. And, having all of them wanting to go see it
on Thursday period is hard now for us. Yeah. So it's just like I get it.
Shout out to the new gig that let me do that. Yeah. Either way, I think it was a really good movie. I think they balanced all of the personalities really well. But for me, it was the Marvels, and it was unofficially a Marvel or Captain Marvel's 2 movie.
It was
unofficially. Yeah. For her being the lead, Kamala stole the show for me. She stole the entire show.
That's fair.
She did really good. Yeah. I think she has a bright future, and including what we saw at the end credit scene or the mid credit scene. I think Monica Rambeau's character, Teyana Paris, how do you say it? Teyana Paris. I think she did a great job in WandaVision, and I had high hopes for her, and then she killed it here.
Yeah, she did.
But with reshoots and seeing it twice, I guess some things that did stick out to me was like, where did those 2 glasses of wine come from? She was like standing in the room, and all of a sudden, like, there's some reshoots and things that so magically she just had 2 glasses in her hand. Why did she have these glasses in her hand? Okay. You know what I'm talking about? And when
but I don't know,
little things that changed. Yeah, but she had 1, then she had 2.
Well, wasn't 1 Kamala's?
No, she was too young to drink.
Yeah, Photon gave it to her.
What do you mean?
To dance with when he was gonna dance.
You're talking about that part where the musical parts that happens? Yeah, someone handed it to her. You didn't see that?
Yeah, because they all drink it, but Kamala didn't. But now all of a sudden she had 2. She went from having 1 to having 2, and no one handed her the second one. An empty glass.
Okay.
It was just random reshoots that happened. Little things that, like, because I knew they went through a lot of reshoots for this movie. I mean, maybe these reshoots will made the movie better for us. And maybe it could have been a really bad movie, and thank God they did the reshoots. Yeah. But I don't know. I enjoyed it. It just didn't blow me away. Right. It was funny. The cats were amazing. Oh my God, the Flurkins stole the show. Besides Kamala,
I mean, just adorableness overload,
and the whole montage of them eating people. It was so cute, funny.
Yeah, let them eat you. It'll be okay.
I would run too. Fuck that.
All right, so I want to explain. So my 6 stone ratings isn't because this is on the movie itself is amazing or it's the best movie Marvel's done. It's the 6 stones because how much I liked it.
Okay, fair.
So, and I'll tell you why. So this was a great women-led movie.
Okay.
Now I like it because they didn't throw it in our face that it's a women-led movie. It wasn't
Fair.
shoved in constantly like this is all women, this is their story. And I never felt once that it was missing something or that a man needed to come and help rescue them.
Okay,
or
fair.
save the day.
Oh, it's Captain
And-
fucking Marvel.
I mean,
she's a
right.
badass, yeah.
And I just felt like the way that they told the story and how they worked together and everything that came to for them to succeed in the mission was really well told. I really liked the way that they did it. And that contributed to why I like the film so much. I mean, we have daughters, so like seeing them or having a movie for them to be like have role models to look up to is everything.
Yeah.
So like, and then women of color too in the forefront.
Yep.
You can't go wrong with it, or like that just adds to it.
Yeah, we had what's Kamala Khan's that character's background?
I want to say Muslim, but I'm not 1,000% sure. Can you look that up?
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
I don't want to get this wrong.
Yeah, me neither.
Because I want to be as respectful as I can to that culture.
Yeah. And then
which they did a great job showing that culture. You know how family based that they are, and the family is very involved in it, in the whole thing.
yeah.
It was really sweet. I really liked how they were true to that. But yeah, so I liked everything, the way that they went about telling this whole story and everything. And like I said, I don't feel like one character took away from other characters in it.
Okay.
Like I don't think Captain Marvel took away from Kamala Khan or Kamala Khan took away from Photon.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I think
it was really well done.
it was well balanced. Yeah.
Yes.
But I think certain people had breakaway. So like I said, Kamala Khan had this was a breakaway movie for her.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think
they each had their scenes and their storylines that were solely theirs, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
So
You have
Kamala Khan is the first Muslim protagonist
All right.
with a Pakistani. Muslim protagonist and from Pakistan.
Nice.
Pakistani. Yeah.
Okay, see, so I was right. It was Muslim.
So she's
All right, good.
Pakistani American,
I'm glad
even
I
though
got
she was
that.
born
Yeah.
here.
Yes. Okay.
Fun fact about Kamala Khan: she initially was introduced in some comics and video games as a Inhuman. Mm-hmm. And Inhumans was a way for
It's like a workaround, right?
yes, because they didn't want to promote mutants, so they did Inhumans because mutants were owned by Fox at that
Yes.
point. So initially, from my understanding, from what I have read so far, is Kamala Khan was always supposed to be a mutant.
Yeah.
But because they didn't have the rights and they didn't want to give them any money, that's why they went with the Inhuman part.
Yeah.
But because the whole Inhuman saga, I wouldn't call it a flop, but it wasn't a hit.
It
not
It
X-Men.
did bad, dude.
Yeah.
The show itself was just...
Well, that movie, yes. I mean,
Yeah.
that show, yeah, it was bad. And they scrapped the freaking movie altogether.
I think they should have just kept it in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and let Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. maybe dedicate a season towards it a little bit more.
Fair.
I feel like if they would have went that route, it would have worked a lot better. But I feel like they tried doing a spin-off of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with Inhumans and did not work.
It did not.
So, okay. I really want to talk to you about this because of what I know that you're a fan of this. We got to talk about the musical scene.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a planet, apparently, where their language is song.
Yeah.
Is singing. That's how they speak.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It was cute. It was so
was
dope.
the funniest shit because here's my favorite thing about it. They were poking fun of it as it was happening.
Yeah.
So Monica and Kamala were standing there watching them sing this whole musical number, and they were like, "What the hell is going on?" They're like,
Yeah. At first,
why is
but then
it-
Kamala like dove right into dancing. She's
Kamala's
like, "Why aren't you dancing, guys?"
She's like, I'm loving this. Like, it was so cute, and that's my favorite thing about it is because you know how I am on musicals. There's only 2 musicals I can get behind: Grease and Crybaby. That's it. Other musicals, I'm watching. I'm like, what is happening? Why are they singing? And I feel like if I was ever in a situation and it became a musical, people started singing, I would be Monica and come on, I'd be like, what the hell is going on right now?
True, fair.
I was like, why does everybody know the words to this? And where's the music coming from? I'd be freaking out, dude. I'd be like, what the fuck is happening right now? You know what I mean? Like, and no one ever does that. No one ever pokes fun of it.
Yeah.
Like, they poke fun of it aside from it.
Yeah.
But no one, like, as it's happening, no one's ever talking shit about, like, why are you guys singing? Like, you know what I mean? And that was my favorite part about it.
It was cute.
I loved it.
It was a
lot of fun for me.
It was cool how they tied it into Carol's backstory that her husband.
She's married.
Yeah, she's married apparently.
Politically I guess.
Apparently, but whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah.
You know?
To a very, very handsome man.
Okay.
I mean, the dude was knocking it out of the park, like looks wise.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
I didn't look at him.
I can appreciate a good looking man, and this dude, like, I'm like, dude.
Didn't-
Even Kamala was like swooning after him.
Really? I
You didn't catch that?
No, I didn't.
She
catch
was
that.
like when he was walking. Dude,
I didn't catch that. But I mean, yeah, he's a good-looking guy. But for me, it didn't really do much.
no. I mean,
No.
all right, we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
But I thought that whole scene was really fun. I was loving the new suits.
Yes. Yeah.
Kamala's
the new suits
looks
were
dope.
great.
Photon's was cool. She had a little like drape thing going. She ripped that off. She was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing this." And Captain Marvel's suit looks sick.
Yeah.
It looks more sleek now. Kind of like, I don't know. I just like the way it looked.
Yeah, I think Photon's suit was a little bit more comic book accurate.
Yeah. I did like too how Kamala's scarf came into
Uses the
play.
whip?
Yeah, dude, that was sick. The way she was using it and stuff. Okay, we got to talk about this. Kamala Khan's, the way she was using her powers in this movie was so creative and so badass.
Hell
You
yeah.
could tell she's coming into her own with her powers and as a superhero.
Yeah, the whole
So,
like she made like a light post, and then she's
grabbed and swung around.
Yeah, to give some like gravity. Yeah,
I like
it
when
was
she
dope.
was on Saber, she used it to slide and then kicked off a dude and then like bounced up after she kicked off of him, like got up like that. I was like, yo, my God, this girl's
she
killing
did
it.
Good.
Huge growth from the show to this movie.
Well, yeah, because the show we saw was like her figuring out, oh, I got powers now.
Yeah.
How the fuck do I use these?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was cool that she used her embiggen hands to pull them back from outer space.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty fucking cool. And she had a lot of funny like one-liners like, I can't fly.
Oh, yeah. When they shoot off and she's just like,
Do you guys have a spaceship?
yeah.
And Carol's like,
I
can you
can't fly.
stop talking to them?
That was so good. I liked when she fangirled out on Fury and on Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the exact same way I would react to like meeting Tony Stark.
But so I think that's why she stole the show. So she's as much of a nerd and a fan as we are, as she is a hero too.
And in real life, dude.
Yeah.
In real life,
that's
she
why
is
got
Kamala
the job.
Khan. Yeah, dude.
So
She's
did you see the
totally a
video
nerd.
of how she got the gig?
I think so. I
So-
think so.
It was like a WhatsApp thing. Like it was a weird like audition. Like she's never acted before. I think her aunt had sent it to her. I was like, you should. She's like, she used to try out for this, and she's like, okay, I guess. So she lied to her friends and didn't tell her friends because she was embarrassed. And she went to she said she went to go visit family. She missed school. Then she did it. She went, came back. And then she's like, oh, everyone's like, oh, how was your family? And she's like, what? Oh, yeah. I want to go see my family. They're good. And then she ended up getting the call. And then she ended up like talking to Kevin. Was like, hey, this is the gig. You're going to get it. And she's like, oh my God.
She's like, yeah, how would you like to be my Miss Marvel? Yeah. And I think she's perfect casting.
Yeah.
I think she's embodying Kamala Khan so much to the fact that she is Kamala. Like,
Yeah.
on and off camera, man. She's embodying
She's the
that role.
closest thing we have to a comic book accurate to live action as we have for like Tony and Steve. I don't think there's anyone in the MCU right now that would be like, you look at
that's like plucked from the comics into real life. Okay.
Yep.
All
Tony
right.
and Steve are the only two originally.
I'm loving her, man. I really like what she's doing with the character. And like I said, I love that they're showing her culture. They're bringing more light to it. Because, knowledge is key. The more we know about something, the more we're going to understand it and like it. Just like with that culture. Which I'm noticing a lot of similarities with Latino culture. Yeah. Very family based. Ooh. Very religious based. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Love it. I absolutely love it. I'm all for it. Like, give me more. Like,
speaking of a little off subject.
Okay.
How do you feel about Pedro Pascal possibly being Mr. Fantastic?
Okay. I'm so glad you brought this up.
I don't.
Initially, I'm gonna go for it.
I'm gonna go full fucking Steve Rogers or Chris Evans. I don't like it. I don't like it.
So listen. At first, I was like, he doesn't fit the character. What are they doing? I get he's popular as shit, but why does he have to be in everything?
Yeah, he's daddy or whatever.
But then,
or whatever that means.
But then I saw a version of Reed Richards where he's full bearded. The whole sides of his head is white. And then I saw Pedro, and I'm like, okay. If they go with that Reed Richards, it could work.
I guess.
Because we already know Pedro can play that, like, smart, kind of nerdy dude. We know he could do that.
And what?
We've seen him play that, like, kind of, that type of nerdy character. We haven't seen him play a genius, but we've seen him play a nerdy kind of dude. Like, he did that in Wonder Woman. In 1984.
Oh,
he played that kind of like nerdy type dude. I think he can pull it off. Like I said, it all depends on what Reed Richards they go with.
It's no for me,
and that's fine. I'm still John Krasinski is my Reed Richards, and I don't care what anybody says. Fight me. You know what I'm saying? I got him in Multiverse of Madness. Cool, but I would have liked, dude. Him and his wife would be perfect.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt. Yeah. It would be perfect as Sue Storm. Like, come on.
1,000%
She looks like it. They're actually married. So you get that husband and wife chemistry. They're awesome actors. It works on every freaking level. Yeah. But we shall see. I'm going to reserve judgment on whoever they go with. Because they didn't say he's casted. They said he was talked to about the role.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It could be a fake out from Marvel. Be like, hey, look over here. Look at Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. Bam, here comes Reed Richards.
I guess. I hope that's the case because I don't want to.
All right.
I don't like it.
Nadia's going to come at you hard now for that. She's like, you leave Pedro alone.
Yeah. She's in love with the guy.
She's probably dying right now because he's going to be, I don't know how she is with mutants, but anyway. So let's dive right back in. Hey guys, if you're looking to start your comic book collection or maybe you just want to grow the collection you already have, please go check out Raw Comics. They have a great selection of Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and independent comics. Or if you're just looking for a cool place to hang out, they have themed days there. Tuesday is Pokemon, also Street Fighter. Wednesday is Open and Smash Brothers tournaments. Thursday is Yu-Gi-Oh! And Mortal Kombat. Friday is Magic the Gathering card playing game and Open games. Saturday is Pokemon and Street Fighter tournament. Sunday is Yu-Gi-Oh! And Smash Brothers. So they have PS5 and Xbox as well.
They also have a lot of Funko Pops, comic themed merchandise as far as like cups, action figures. They're located on 2512 West 47th Street, Chicago, Illinois 60632, which is the Brighton Park neighborhood. You can find a lot of their catalogs on RAW-COMICS.Chicago.Shopify.com, and then you can purchase on their Square website at RAW-COMICS.SQUARE.SITE.
The mid-credit scene. Are we ready to talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hot damn.
I love that she's like, I found this under my couch. She's just such a dork. She's such a dork.
No, you're talking about the wrong... That's not mid-credits, sir. That's in the movie.
Oh, right. Okay, yes. Cue the X-Men music. Yes. Cue the X-Men music.
Guys, we got mutants.
Yep.
Mutants are here. This guy's happy.
It made sense because Kamala's one of the only mutants we have so far.
Right.
You know, her and Namor are the only mutants that are confirmed in the MCU. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, we don't really have anybody else. We got a shout out to in She-Hulk to Wolverine, but we didn't really get nothing out of that. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I love that. I think so. Initially, the Marvels was supposed to come out before the end of Loki, right? And I love that they were released at the same time because it worked out.
Yeah.
So the way, with Loki being the god of stories and how that all played out and all the timelines being not pruned or manipulated, just free flowing and allowed to just exist.
Yeah.
Really opened up some doors, and it makes sense with why, Monica was there in an alternate timeline. And I told you when we saw the movie, I had my mindset.
Before you get into your theory, because it's a fantastic theory, I do want to say, when the mid-credit scene happened, I was completely surprised that we got mutants now in this movie. I was totally expecting a really good teaser to mutants or to the next thing coming out. So I was expecting, at the most, I thought we were going to see maybe a panning shot and we just see Wolverine's cowl or Cyclops' glasses or something like that.
But you thought it would be mutants?
I thought it was I thought we were gonna teaser to mutants.
Okay.
Did not expect to see full on Beast on the fucking screen.
I had no idea it was gonna be mutants until I seen it.
Okay. Now tell them about your theory, which I am 100% behind you in this.
Okay, so X-Men: Days of Future Past, the way it ends, with Katie Pryde having Logan's mind go in the past to stop
Mystique.
Yeah, Mystique's blood being what's the word I'm looking for? Like
used for the Sentinels, right?
Correct, for the whole Sentinel program. What is this the little guy's name?
I couldn't tell you.
No? Okay. Well, he also plays the forger Neverlear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. that guy's everywhere, man.
Heck yeah.
And I love his acting. He's such a good actor.
I love him in Pixels.
Yes.
Yeah,
the Adam Sandler movie. Yes.
They call me the Annihilator or something. Yeah. He had some goofy ass.
He was the guy at the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
He's like, I want a Serena Williams and Martha Stewart sandwich.
Yeah. He was awesome in that movie. All right, let's spin it back. I need the theory, so give it to us.
In that movie, they're trying to stop the Sentinel program being invented. And what that Sentinels are adapting robots to any mutant's powers. And basically, the entire mutant race in present time, which would have the human... What's his name? No. The original X-Men, the very first X-Men that we saw with... the Jean Grey and Patrick Stewart plays that whole line. They get to see their alternate self in the past with the younger versions of themselves, and so whatever. So the whole movie happens, and he resets the timeline. And so when Logan comes back to consciousness, he's the only one, and I guess technically Charles, because Charles can read his memory. He's the only one that knows what transpired to get them to that point.
Right.
Cyclops isn't dead. Jean Grey isn't dead.
Yeah, because he wakes up back at the school.
Right.
Storm is there.
Everyone.
Jean Grey's there.
Yep.
Cyclops. Yeah. I remember.
No one is. And Jean Grey's hair is red. It's not the brunette hair that she usually has. So she already has the Phoenix power. Well, which would
it looks like it's under control.
Correct.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. So we see how the timeline gets reset there. I think the Beast we're seeing and the binary that we're seeing, which is played by Maria Rambeau, which is her mom, Monica's mom. It is that timeline reset after Days of Future Past.
So you think they're in the X-Men universe?
Correct.
Fucking wow. Great way to tie in X-Men to MCU.
Because with the way Loki ended, no timeline is off limits now. Yeah. And with Spider-Man 4 apparently merging those universes, Loki set up all of this.
Branches, Loki.
Yeah. Poor guy, he's swole ass arms. He's gonna be looking like Thor by the time.
Fox universe. Yeah. Oh wow. I mean, he's got his work cut out for him. If anyone can do it, it's Loki.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a really interesting theory, and I think you hit it right on the head with that one.
Yeah.
Because
if I'm wrong and they blow it out the water with something better, I'd be surprised. But I don't see it going any other way.
The only thing is, Beast looks different. It might just be because he's CGI,
right.
in the Fox universe is practical. Like that's actual Kelsey Grammer in prosthetic makeup with hair and stuff like that, which is cool. I love that look because it looks a lot like the cartoon for me.
Agreed. Like the X-Men 97.
Yeah, when he was in the actual makeup and stuff. Cool. But I like the look of Beast. It looked more like as if that was actually
well, they use the same technology, or not technology, but like green screen like technology with all the dots.
Yeah, that's the motion capture suit. Yeah.
The way they did it with Thanos and Hulk. So yeah, I like it. I think I'm not worried about the CGI. I don't have a preference on prosthetics or not. You know,
I'm so happy that Kelsey Grammer came to do Beast because honestly, nobody can play Beast in my opinion.
Okay,
it's him. It's him.
Fair
just enough. Like RDJ is Tony, Chris Evans is Cap.
Yeah, that's fair.
I hear Beast,
I agree with that,
and I picture Kelsey Grammer. Like,
I don't think I am set on any person for an X-Men outside of like Deadpool and Wolverine because no one else could fucking be them two. Like for me, I don't think there's anyone that. But I think everyone feels that way.
I can get a new Storm. Yeah, maybe even Jean Grey. Definitely give me a new Cyclops.
I did not care for either of the Cyclops, to be honest.
Okay. You know what I want to see, and I really hope we do? Jubilee.
We did.
No. Live action. Actually, like
what powers?
A character. Like an actual mutant character on screen dealing with the storyline.
We did.
No, she was always a background character. She was never full front fighting with the X-Men in live action. We've never gotten it. She's always been a side character.
I get what you're saying. Okay, yes.
I want...
Because she was still a kid.
Yeah.
Coming of her powers.
I mean, but I want an actual Jubilee. X-Men 97, she was the main character, damn near. She was in the forefront. I would love for... what's her name that played Quake? No, she's a little bit older.
No, I want her to come.
There's an Quake. Action... Yeah. No, there's an actress that can play... Jubilee.
Well, she's
Asian American, right? Yes. I believe Chinese. She was adopted by non-mutant parents, by an American family.
Yeah.
I just want to see Jubilee as an X-Men being a character that has lines and is in the movie. Okay. I want that, and I hope we get that with the MCU mutants, X-Men.
Okay.
That's all I want. And obviously in Gambit. But that goes without saying.
Oh yeah,
he's one of the main X-Men. You know what I really want to see is like him and Rogue.
Yeah, their relationship is cute.
Come on, dude.
See them going back and forth. Yeah,
so good. And I want Rogue to have her accent.
Her Louisiana accent. Yeah.
No. Louisiana is Gambit.
Yeah, they both kind of have a Louisiana, like a southern.
No, she has a southern accent, but it's not Louisiana.
Okay.
It's very like Texan, like hey sugar, like that kind of accent.
True.
So I just want them to.
And I love that. I think that's gonna happen with I think we'll get a comic book accurate Rogue because of Captain Marvel being introduced. You know.
Okay.
And so like she'll absorb her powers, and they can do different things with that.
Well, we said that's how she goes to binary, right? When she regains her powers, she goes by binary.
Yeah.
So.
And Carol Danvers herself has had multiple mantles of Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel. She was called the Annihilator.
Which I love that they explained what happened after Captain Marvel. She did what she said. She went back to Hala.
Yeah.
Blew up the
Central Intelligence.
And then, but I like how they showed what happened.
Yeah.
Because normally they don't do that.
No.
So that was nice. I was like, oh, thank you.
I think that's part of the reason I didn't give it a higher rating than 4.5. I would love to have seen more of that.
Okay.
Or
kind of close up that story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe like a special presentation could have been a way to do that to lead up to the Marvels. If this was going to be not Captain Marvel movie, and this was going to be a team up. Give us a special presentation, a small show, something to show, because we got Kamala Khan's great. We got her whole show, Binary, not Binary. Photon got put in there. We saw her in WandaVision. So we saw a build up for those two.
Yeah.
And Captain Marvel, we saw Captain Marvel the movie, but that was how many years ago?
Yeah.
We have no idea. We saw flashes here and here through through the movies, and then that was it.
Well, because she was out in space, and trying to find a home for Kree and doing all that stuff. I do want to say, and I want to take time out for Brie Larson. I'm sending you all the love in the world. I'm a huge fan of yours, a big supporter. I loved what she did with Carol Danvers in this movie.
Yeah.
I think she did an excellent job. She showed us different sides, a different side to Captain Marvel. I felt like she was more humble, a little bit ashamed, but really, really grounded.
Yeah.
And it showed her more in that leader role that kind of is like to the comics and stuff like that, especially with Avengers. But yeah, I mean, excellent job, Brie Larson.
I think she did a great job.
Absolutely job.
And
Absolutely.
I believe the emotion behind her.
Yeah.
I think she did a great job.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone did a bad job acting. I think as far as acting, top tier. I think they all did a fantastic job portraying their characters, helping sell the story the way they did. Only person I have questions about is Nick Fury. He was his normal goofy self, and it's just the Secret Invasion and this Nick Fury, two different people.
Well, I mean, he ended happy. He was not like that. He ended happy with his wife, and then they went up to Saber. Where was she?
Where are the scrolls? There was no other scroll on the.
Well, no, we saw that Planet of Scrolls.
Right.
Our scrolls, we don't. They're still on Earth, I would assume.
True, I guess.
So, but
where's Gaia? She got powers.
I think they're saving her. But I also really, really, really loved that they showed Monica Rambeau's intelligence.
Oh yeah,
dude. I mean, finally.
Even they're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Because I don't know about you, dude, but a woman showing her intelligence is very sexy to me. Like, I think it's great. Like, keep doing it. Like, don't ever dumb down for a guy. Please don't. You're doing yourself a disservice.
Right.
But for them to actually have her intelligence play key to what they're trying to do, solving problems, she was full on nerding out, and I was all for it.
Yeah.
I mean, hats off to. I'm so glad that they did that. I'm so glad they did that. Because too many women, especially in Hollywood, Kate Beckinsale is one of them. Kate Beckinsale has a high IQ,
really?
But she always dumbed it down because she didn't want men to feel belittled or whatever. So yeah, dude.
Really?
Yes, I saw that she was actually talking about that. How she would dumb herself down in front of high men in power.
That's shitty.
And studios and stuff. Yeah, dude. I'm like, come on.
That's pretty shitty.
Don't do that. If you got high intelligence, show that.
Yeah, agreed.
But I really love that they did that in this movie.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm really happy they did that. And what else did? I mean, I know what you said. What you didn't like, what you like, but any other things that of notes?
Well, producer had a comment on the final battle about.
Yes. Yeah, you actually pointed out some really cool parallels to Endgame, right?
Endgame.
What were you saying?
Well, one when who was it? Captain America when he was jumping up and then trying to hit with
So you're talking about the Endgame battle between Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, and Thanos.
Yeah.
So that part with Cap.
Okay.
Up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it? Captain Marvel actually was the one who did that same move. And then.
Are you talking about when Thor was coming down on Thanos with the Stormbreaker? Mjolnir? Oh, okay. I got what you're saying. Okay.
When he's up in the air.
Yeah.
When it was just him solo.
Oh, when he did the uppercut thing. Boom. Right? Okay.
No.
When he's up in the air going down.
Oh, okay. All right. I get what you're saying now. Okay.
Yeah, so,
I did see, when Captain Marvel did it. Yeah, okay. And then
what's her name?
Kamala?
No, this one was Darben.
Darben, yeah.
Okay, so in Endgame, I think it's Thor on one hand and Iron Man on the other hand, holding Thor's hand.
Possibly.
I think it's them two.
I think it's Thor and
no,
Cap.
it's Cap and Thor holding Thanos. right?
Holding the hands.
Well, they're holding the Mjolnir and Stormbreaker onto Thanos.
No.
Nobody's ever holding Thanos' hand.
Yeah.
No.
That's when what's his name? From the galaxy, the one he was going straight at him, and he's right in his face.
Are you talking about Infinity War now?
Oh shit, I don't know.
That's Infinity War when they're holding their hands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's Doctor Strange and then Spider-Man
I
and.
just saw the picture.
Okay.
It's Thor in one hand, Iron Man in the other hand.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, holding Thanos.
Okay.
I saw it in the picture.
I don't remember that.
I remember this.
Me either, yeah. Okay. All right, but go ahead.
Okay, well, either way, it's Kamala in one, and then what's her
Monica Rambeau holding the hand.
on the
Yeah.
other one. And then
Oh, and then Captain Marvel comes straight at her, right? Yeah, that I remember. I don't remember seeing that in Endgame though.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. What
Yeah.
scene you're talking about? But no, I think there were some parallels from like the big three.
I didn't notice that right away.
Me
She
neither.
had to point that out to me, and
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh shit, you're
That's
right."
pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's cool. I guess
And I think
it's a 3-on-1 thing.
the 3-on-1 thing. Yeah, it's a very similar situation.
Mm-hmm.
I like how they were able to time and figure out their interfacing of powers.
That scene was cute as hell, dude. That gave me very like rom-com style montage scene of them. Like my favorite was the jump rope. All right, go.
Yeah.
Go. Now, yeah.
She does.
I got it. And then she never does it, dude. That was the funniest shit, dude. But I just like how they eventually figured out and they got the timing right.
Yeah.
To where they started using the timing fighting. That was sick.
It was dope. It was fucking dope.
It was really dope. I really liked how they did that. That was pretty cool. So, if you don't have anything else, I'd like to get into our question of the day.
I thought a cool thing. So, I saw it floating around on Instagram.
Okay.
The Infinity Stones are not gone completely. All right. The essence of themselves exists within the universe because the universe cannot exist without the Infinity Stones.
Right. Well, they're back where they were.
What do you mean?
They put them all back. Cap put the stones back.
That's not what I'm talking about. They were the ones in our timeline.
Mm-hmm.
They were destroyed by Thanos.
Yeah, but they went back to use them.
Agreed.
And then they put them back.
Right. But the ones that should have existed were atomized.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah.
So even though
That's why Doctor Strange says he doesn't have the time stone anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering, I was like, what the hell happened to it? Couldn't remember. I watched No Way Home recently. And he goes, I don't have the time stone anymore. I just like, oh, he put it back. Whoops.
Goofy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they were atomized,
so where I was going with that was Loki is the god of stories.
Uh-huh.
He's controlling time. His powers are all green. Time stone.
Okay.
Wanda has reality warping powers. The reality stone, her powers, her chaos magic is red.
Mm-hmm.
Space and time being able to close portals. Photon, it was blue. It looked like the Tesseract.
Okay. So you're thinking that they're shouting out the Infinity Stones?
Yeah. I think their powers derive from the essence or the atomized parts of the Infinity Stones where they can... Because the Infinity Stones, it'd be stupid for them not to bring them back. They got to bring back the stones at some point. Somehow.
Okay.
And I think this is their version of installing some ideas behind it to where their power... So, like... Because the Tesseract is what gave powers to Carol Danvers. Essentially, the warping reality stone of our powers and chaos magic of Wanda is what gave the powers to Monica. So they're all intertwined as some way, shape, or form. And
Well, which is why their powers were entangled, the three of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
So I think it's just interesting to see how that happens.
Uh-huh.
I think Vision had the Mind Stone in his head.
Yeah.
So when we see the White Vision, he was infused with the memories of that. His powers derived from the Mind Stone, outside of it being an AI with Jarvis too.
Yeah.
That could be the Soul Stone at some point. Because his powers that shot out of his forehead was also still yellow.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think there's something at play with the Infinity Stones again still. with the color scheme of how everyone's powers are kind of working out right now.
Okay. I think that might be you seeing that.
Is it me stretch? Is it a stretch?
I think so.
I don't know.
Just like I agree with you that they will always have a role to play, and they will always, like, at least throw it to that. I don't know if they'll come into play again, but they'll definitely be talked about and be referenced and have to deal with the story in some way. As far as, I just don't see them being used like they have been again.
Okay.
Outside of, maybe Secret Wars or something. But
I see them being used in Secret Wars.
if you're talking about
Because they
that,
were
yeah,
used also.
yeah. Okay, so yeah.
T'Challa actually yields the gauntlet.
Okay. All right. So,
But no, outside of that, I don't have anything outside of my joke.
okay, so let me do the question of the day first. If you could team up with 2 other heroes, who would those 2 heroes be? And go.
Team up with 2 other heroes?
Yes. Now you could choose whether to entangle your powers with them or not, but I would just say let's just pick 2 heroes, 'cause that's hard enough.
Do I have powers?
Yeah, you're a hero. That's why I said 2 other heroes. I'm trying to do the Marvel situation.
It depends on
Put
my.
yourself in that.
It depends on my skill set.
Right, but who's the 2 other heroes that you'd
So
want?
dawn me with superheroes, and that'll dictate who I choose.
Your powers?
Mhm.
You got cat powers.
Oh, okay. So I'm a super soldier.
Super soldier. 2
Mm,
other heroes. And why? We'll do that.
I'll take Scarlet Witch
Okay.
because she's OP as fuck. There's a lot of things you can do with her.
Yeah. One more.
I'm on the ground, but she can fly. I need power, like real power.
Okay.
I don't want Hulk. Ghost Rider. Fuck it.
What?
He's OP as
From
fuck.
left field. I know, but left field with it. All right.
Reality warping and someone that can look into your soul and just kill you like that. And then we'd be a badass
I mean,
team. Cap
he
and
is,
those 2, like, come on.
He's a great person to have on your team. I'll give you that. I'm gonna go with, gotta have my boy Hawkeye for strategy and long range. I don't. Oh man. Third one. I don't know if I just want my favorite is Iron Man. Then you got the intelligence, you got the firepower.
Oh, I'll give you your superpower. You're a speedster. You're just super quick. Quicksilver,
Sick.
Flash kind of thing.
All right. Still Hawkeye. And then I'm going to go with...
I can't say I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. Damn it.
You see the joke.
Yeah.
Quicksilver joke.
Yeah. I don't know what. You know what? I'm going to go Captain Marvel.
That's fair.
No,
She's
you know what?
OP as
She's
fuck.
already in this one. No.
Look for help.
Oh, I don't know who I want.
This was your question. I thought you would have had this set up.
Dude, that's what I said. It's so difficult. So I got Hawkeye, me,
You need some power.
and Thor.
That's fair.
Give me the lightning.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
That's a solid
Thor.
trio.
Thor's the power. Hawkeye's the brains, and I'm with the quickness. Solid trio.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? I mean, I got a God on my team. What's up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right, cool. Joke of the day. Go.
There's some bad ones.
Okay.
What is Doctor Strange's cousin's name who cannot do magic?
So specific? I don't know.
Dr. Normal.
That's
so
just
lame.
not even funny, dude. Just Dr. Normal with the name. That was bad.
Which Avenger is the best gardener?
I don't know.
Hulk, because he has a green thumb.
That's more like it. That is what I'm talking about. All right.
What do you get when you cross Captain America
Okay.
and the Hulk?
Captain Hulk America.
No, the Star Spangled Banner.
No.
That's a good one, right?
That's a solid joke, dude. I like that a lot. There's levels to that. I like it. It's so good. Star Spangled Banner. All right. So, any other things you got? Any last points you want to make?
No, I mean,
Excellent movie.
Excellent movie. Yes.
Go see it if you haven't. Well, you've seen it. Still go see it again. I'm really happy with what they did with this film. Exceeded my expectations.
Yeah.
I know we were a bit nervous about it at the beginning because of outside of the Marvels though. We were just nervous about the next film coming out. But Marvel's back in full swing. I feel like
Loki was great.
Yes.
The Marvels was great.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we're not going to get anything outside of like Echo and
2024 is gonna be kind of scarce with the Marvel content. The writer strike and actor strike has
delayed
to
a
play
lot.
with that. Yeah, has to deal with that. I mean, but we're still gonna be here. We're still gonna have plenty to talk about, plenty to cover. Some things coming up for us. We've got Scott Pilgrim, as we said.
Yeah.
We're going to be diving into Stranger Things, guys, so stay tuned for that. We're going to be giving our reviews on each season of Stranger Things. I'm excited about that. I love that show. We have Avatar coming out.
Yeah.
More close to right now, we got Aquaman. I think is the next movie coming out.
Yep. And then Echo.
Echo right after that, the show.
And then in January is Madam Web.
Madam Web, dude.
Looks good.
That looks so freaking good. Blew my mind with how good that this thing was.
Yeah.
I did not expect it to be that level of good.
Yeah, me neither.
And then Deadpool 3 coming out.
I'm excited.
Soon. Yeah.
I think, let me see. I know there's a couple more too. So Madam Web, it's February.
Yeah.
Madam Web. Okay.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
then, nothing until July of next year. It's Deadpool. Yeah, so we're gonna have like a dry spell of like nothing really big. Crazy.
As far as like Marvel or DC,
really,
yeah,
DC.
but we're gonna have other stuff like you said, Avatar. We have other things outside of our normal, comic book. As far as like Marvel DC stuff goes, but stick around, guys. We got plenty to talk to you guys about. We're trying to broaden our scope of things here. We want to dive into a little bit more of everything. So if you guys have something that you guys want us to cover, have a suggestion, please let us know in the comments or DM us. We will, we love hearing from you guys, absolutely. But I think that's gonna do it for us today. Guys. Stay tuned for those episodes coming up. Mm-hmm. And Kike, as always, I am with you
to the end of the line.
Thanks, guys.